Hello guys, welcome back to a brand new video and welcome back to a very special WWE 2K simulation. And I mean, I'm gonna be honest with you guys, I really don't have the energy today. Like, I'm feeling a little under the weather, so I'm gonna just, you know, keep this intro nice and short. Let's just keep our voices down, inside voices, please. Like, seriously, even raising my voice to this level so it's like YouTube worthy, I'm kind of in pain right now, and I'm gonna mess up my sentences even more than I normally do. So I apologize. I don't exactly know what my sickness is right now. Like, I don't know, my symptoms, I lost my sense of taste and smell. I'm coughing a lot. I'm really struggling to breathe quite a lot. But anyway, sickness aside, you guys know how the motivational motherfuckers are over on TikTok. They're always like, haha, sickness? I don't feel sickness. I'm always on my grind. All I do is grind, baby. Oh, what's that? You're sick? Pussy. Oh, what? You got the sniffles? Bitch, I'm always on my grind. That's why I made $100,000 today. Oh yeah, and you know what? The iPhone alarm is actually my favorite sound. It gets me going in the morning. Fucking psychopath. Nevertheless, fellas, today's WWE 2K Universe Mode simulation is based around a man who is a 16-time world champion. He's done it all. He's won it all. He is a future first ballot WWE Hall of Famer, and simply put, one of the greatest of all time, John Cena. And so a couple of weeks ago in a video, I joked about how John Cena going to AEW is simply never going to happen. Like, he's a WWE guy for life. That's all he's ever going to be. I can never see him jumping ship. And then it kind of gave me the idea, what if we did a simulation to see what it would be like if he jumped ship right now to the current AEW roster? And so that's why we're here today. And so without any more further ado, let's go ahead and see what happens when we put John Cena in All Elite Wrestling for 1 calendar year in WWE 2K Universe Mode.
Are you a supporter of the Marine Corps?
Absolutely.
Great, because a former decorated member of the United States Marine Corps needs your support.
And his name is John Cena!
So now here we are once again in WWE 2K Universe Mode, and you know at the start of every simulation we got to do a little bit of a roster rundown to see who we're going to be going against in today's simulation. And usually I would do this all in one take or kind of like in one breath and just read out all the roster in one sitting, but I'm feeling a little sick and a little dead, so I'm not going to do that today. I'm sorry, I know you're very unhappy to hear that, but yeah, we'll try and do it as fast as we can. And so without any more further ado, here we go. Abaddon, Awesome Kong, Rhea Priestley, oh my god. Told you my brain is scrambled more than usual today. Anyway, Rhea Priestley, Blade, Brandy Rhodes, Brian Cage, Britt Baker DMD, Cash Wheeler, one half of the tag team champions, Chris Jericho, Christian Cage new edition, Christopher Daniels, Chuck Taylor, Cody, Darby Allin the TNT champion, Dax Howard half of the tag team champions, Dustin Rhodes, Evil Uno, Hangman Adam Page, Hikaru Shida, Jake Hager, Jimmy Havoc, Joey Janela, John Cena of course, John Moxley, Jungle Boy, Kazarian, Kenny Omega the AEW World Champion, Lance Archer, Luchasaurus, Matt Cardona, Matt Hardy, Matt Jackson, Matt Sydal, Maxwell Jacob Friedman, Miro, Nick Jackson, Nyla Rose, Orange Cassidy, Ortiz, Pac, Pentagon Jr., Ricky Starks, Sammy Guevara, Santana, Sean Spears, Sonny Kiss, Tay Conti, Thunder Rose the AEW Women's Champion, Trent Beretta, Wardlow, Will Hobbs, and we're done. Jesus Christ. Oh, this was such a bad idea. Why did I decide to record a YouTube video when I'm sick? This is a horrible... Oh, God. Like, my head is low-key spinning right now. Everything's kind of going blurry. You know what? But going back to the start of today's simulation for a second, he is a 93 overall at the moment, and the crowd reaction is a boo, which I guess is technically accurate because he's John Cena and most people hate him now. Like, that was the cool thing for a couple years to hate John Cena. Yo, John Cena sucks and everything, but he is still a good guy, so I'm gonna go and change that real quick. But nevertheless, he is a 93 overall. It's just current day John Cena, you know, not prime super Cena like we did with the NXT simulation, where John Cena was in NXT. It's just today's John Cena where he's 93 overall. He's still one of the greatest of all time, but he's not quite in his prime anymore. You know, this is like John Cena nowadays where he has the weird hair. The oddly disturbing John Cena has hair. What the fuck kind of moment hair? And so now here we go with the first edition of AEW Dynamite in this John Cena simulation where Darby Allin has won a fatal 4-way match with some pretty good contenders in there. Rhea Priestley has lost to Brandy Rhodes. Jimmy Havoc loses to MJF. Matt Hardy has beaten Brian Cage in a potential rivalry. And Tay Conti has beaten Hikaru Shida in the main event promo. Week number 2 of AEW Dynamite, where hopefully John Cena can make his debut in AEW. Darby Allin wins another match in a triple threat. Rhea Priestley has won a fatal 4-way with some pretty great contenders in there. Thunder Rose, the AEW Women's Champion, has won a ladder match on AEW. Kind of random, but okay. I mean, you'd think that would be a title match right there. And by the way, for anyone that's new to these AEW type simulations, in my universe mode for a recap, I explained this before, but essentially when it comes to my AEW simulations, like the title matches and everything kind of take place randomly on AEW instead of it being an actual like pay-per-view like All Out or Double or Nothing. Purely because when I try to add pay-per-views in my universe mode now, like it gets stuck on an infinite loading screen. I think because I've got so many mods installed, like I can't install AEW pay-per-views as well. But it's fine because in previous simulations, usually we just have random title matches and it makes it even more interesting than the norm. And so yeah, we'll definitely expect to see some random title matches on AEW, but that's essentially how it works in this simulation, just in case anyone is new. But now we go ahead and move on to week 3 of AEW Dynamite. Hello, John Cena. Hello, John Cena and your weird new hairstyle. Okay, John Cena against Cody in a no-holds-barred match, and apparently it's a rivalry as well. Because of course, you know what Cody Rhodes is like. If anyone is coming into AEW, adrenaline in my soul. Because of course, it's Cody Rhodes, and you know his gimmick for a while there in AEW was just fuck WWE. In fact, the entire gimmick of AEW for a while there was fuck WWE, but specifically Cody and his destroying of Triple H's throne. And really, now that John Cena is here in AEW, I can only imagine that Cody's entrance to this match is going to be him coming down in amongst a bunch of other Codys who are going like this, and then he just turns around with a sledgehammer and goes boom, boom, boom. Just starts fucking slamming them all down just to be like, yeah, fuck WWE, motherfucker. I went from being undesirable to undeniable. Grinding. You know, I'm not gonna lie though, before we do simulate this card, it wouldn't surprise me if Cody was actually one of those motivational TikToker guys, like, you know, the grinding, like, I love hearing the alarm. I'm sorry, I've been doing way too much in this video, I'm sorry. As you can imagine, my brain is quite mushy right now, so my yeah. Creativity in my brain for this video is just not going to be amazing. I'm going to be repeating a lot of my own jokes, to be honest. But anyway, and he beat us, of course. Adrenaline in my soul. Cody has beaten John Cena on Dynamite. Okay. Cody came in straight away and said, there is no more Super Cena. There is only Super Cody. And Cody has won the no-holds-barred match to begin John Cena's AEW career. But now, moving on from that incredible John Cena disappointment, B. Priestley has lost to Nyla Rose. Tay Conti has beaten Brandy Rose. Kenny Omega has beaten Brian Cage, the AEW World Champion, doing his thing, and Abaddon has been the AEW Women's Champion. Okay, and it is now time for week 4 of AEW. Ooh, surely there is no way John Cena loses to Sammy Guevara, right? Unless Cody Rhodes gets involved. Okay, alright, okay. Take a page from Billy Kay's playbook. You've got to be joking me right now. John Cena with 2 back-to-back L's in AEW? What is this? What is this shit right now? Okay, there's no way that something didn't go down right here. Cody has had enough from his rival, taking out all his frustrations and anger on John Cena with a furious attack. I knew it. It's absolute bastardo Cody Rhodes. And did he do anything the first time? Okay. You know what? Okay. I may have misspoke. Cody may have had a reason to attack us because apparently John Cena assaulted Cody from behind in his AEW debut, and that's what created the first match, taking his frustrations out against the defenseless superstar. The WWE Universe definitely read it with their objections to his aggressive actions, feeling that he has crossed the line after tonight. So essentially what that just said is John Cena debuted in AEW, turned heel, which we never thought we'd see, but a new chapter apparently. He turns heel on Cody Rhodes, and then he loses 2 back-to-back matches. I mean, this is a different John Cena for sure. This is not how I saw this simulation going, but okay, sure. You got Blade, who has lost to Will Hobbs, the powerhouse. Brian Cage loses to Pac, big win for him. Tay Conti and Awesome Kong do their thing, and Abaddon has beaten Brandy Rhodes. Jesus Christ, what a start to this simulation. I did not expect to see a John Cena heel turn. You just saw us, well, I turned him babyface, and then they went ahead and said, no, that's not in the plan. Cody straight up hit me with a crossroads and said, you, no, this is my sin. And I'm literally getting out of breath from the smallest sentences right now. This is bad. You know what, guys, if I die during this video, just make sure someone uploads it and put as many ads on it as you can. Jesus Christ. Wait, it's now June here in AEW, where Kenny Omega has beaten Brian Cage, Blade has beaten Will Hobbs, Hikaru Shida has beaten Tay Conti, John Cena has lost once again, my god, and Abaddon has got another win in the main event. Is this really how this simulation's about to go? Oh, there's the random AEW Championship match we were expecting, okay, and Kenny Omega retains the AEW World Championship on AEW in a tables match, by the way. Will Hobbs wins a triple threat match, Maxwell Jacob Friedman wins a fatal 4-way match, Cody beats John Cena again, and Nyla Rose loses in the main event promo to Abaddon again. Wow. Like, god damn, this is what, like 4 losses in a row? I don't know, I haven't really been keeping track, but he's lost to Cody at least 3 times. He lost to Sammy Guevara, so yeah, that's, you know, I'm not doing the math right now, dude, my head hurts, but you get the point. Moving on to another edition of AEW Dynamite here, where Abaddon has picked up another win over Nyla Rose, Jon Moxley is back and he wins a triple threat match, Cody has beaten Cena again. Wow, I cannot believe the scenes right now. Cena is being buried in AEW. Wow, Brian Cage has won a promo. Clearly him and Kenny are not done, and MJF beats Miro in the main event. But anyway, moving on to another edition of AEW Dynamite here, where hopefully John Cena can pick up his first win here in AEW. MJF has beaten Pac, Matt Cardona beats Blade, Cody beats John Cena again, my goodness me. Nyla Rose has picked up her win back over Abaddon in a ladder match, and a no-holds-barred main event, Darby Allin, the TNT champion, has beaten Sammy Guevara. Alright, surely this is a good sign. John Cena is on the cover of AEW Dynamite. Maybe Tony Khan has finally woke up and smelled the, salt, sugar, what is the phrase? Oh no, wait, it's coffee. He's woke up and smelled the coffee that is John Cena here in AEW, and hopefully this is where the push begins for our underrated indie darling John Cena. MJF has lost to Darby Allin, Blade has beaten Will Hobbs, Matt Hardy has pinned the AEW World Champion, Abaddon beats Awesome Kong, and the John Cena train has begun. Rabadoo. Finally, Tony Khan, you woke up, you smelled the freaking coffee, and John Cena is back. I don't know why you felt the need to put us through all of that, a little losing streak for John Cena. I guess you had to humble him because, you know, he's the big star coming in, but really, John Cena is bigger than your entire promotion, so f*** you. Now, here we are in July week 2 for another episode of AEW Dynamite, where Brian Cage has beaten Matt Sydal, Ricky Starks has won a triple threat match with Christian Cage in there, big win for him, MJF wins a fatal 4-way in the middle of the card, John Cena and Cody pick up a win over Santana and Ortiz, proud and powerful, suck on that. What a horrible voice crack, but I'm gonna have to leave that in, my god. I'm so sorry for the shambles that is this video. Hopefully it's still entertaining to you somewhat, and please, for the love of God, so I don't feel bad about doing all of this while I'm sick, leave a like. Week 3 here in AEW Dynamite, where Matt Sydal has beaten the bad boy Joey Janela, Will Hobbs has beaten Blade, Sammy Guevara wins a fatal 4-way, Brandy Rhodes has beaten Abaddon, ending her little run of momentum right there. Of course, it would be someone from the Rhodes family ending someone's momentum. Is anybody fucking surprised? I'm joking. Anyway, and that is fucking huge right there. First of all, Kenny Omega against John Cena, absolute dream match. But second of all, a win over the AEW World Champion in a no-holds-barred main event, a rivalry match. And even though I'm pretty sure Cena's still in a rivalry with Cody Rhodes, we're not going to forget that. We are not going to forget the fact that we just pinned the AEW World Champion in our first time trying right there. So suck on that, Kenny Omega. You know what, let's go ahead and take a look at the news. What happened? Standing up to his enemy's aggression, Cody got even from last week and gave John Cena a taste of his own offense, being no stranger to his rival's intensity. But I mean, even with how much you want to stand up against John Cena, Cody, he is now turning slowly into the AEW rendition of Super Cena, and so you can attack him all you want, he's still gonna win, and he's still gonna pin the champion, so ha ha. I may have spoke too soon, because now Cody is on this edition, or on the cover of this edition of AEW Dynamite, where MJF has beaten Pac, Dax Harwood and Cash Wheeler win a tag match against Ortiz and Santana, Matt Sydal wins a fatal 4-way, Abaddon beats Awesome Kong, big win for her right there, and Cena wins over Cody Rhodes. We love to see it, and we love to see this even more. Cena made his intentions clear after blindsiding Cody before the match could even start. I love heel Cena, I'm not gonna lie. And speaking of heel Cena, look who was on the cover of this edition of AEW Dynamite. It was John Cena, of course. Maxwell Jacob Friedman wins a triple threat match to open up the show. Moxley beats Blade, Darby Allin TNT champion beats Joey Janela, Abaddon beats Awesome Kong again, and okay, alright, fair enough. The winning streak couldn't go on forever. We had to make, you know, we had to blend in a little bit. If we wanted too much of a winning streak, the crowd was gonna turn on Cena again, and so we had to give Cody his win back, so fair enough. What happened here? Cody took the win against his opponent, aggravating John Cena to the point of attacking him from behind while he was celebrating. Okay, Cena, I love you so much. Heel Cena is truly where it is at. But anyway, Sammy Guevara has beaten Maxwell Jacob Friedman on this edition of AEW. Pac has beaten the bad boy. Cody has beaten Brian Cage. I think we had a hand in that we'll take a look in a second. Abaddon wins another match, a triple threat match right there. Surely, eventually, she's going to get an AEW Women's Championship shot. Darby Allin has beaten Matt Sydal in the main event. And speaking of the AEW Women's Championship, by the way, where the hell is Thunder Rosa? Thunder Rosa is the AEW Women's Champion, and yet I don't think I've seen her at all in this simulation. Maybe she's injured or something, I don't know. And yep, just as I suspected, John Cena's music played as a distraction, drawing Cody's focus towards the stage while his enemy assaulted him from behind. But Cody still won, to be fair to him, so I'll give him that. We'll give credit where it's due. He kinda did a Super Cena where the odds were stacked against him, and then he still managed to win anyway. And so this really is gonna be a clash the next time we face Cody. Like, it's Super Cody against Super Cena. 5, 6, however many matches we've had, I don't know. You know how, like, there was Rock versus Cena 2? This is like Super Cody against Super Cena, like 7, 8, I don't know. Oh, here we go with the third week of August here in AEW, where Abaddon picks up yet another win. I'm not even surprised. MJF wins a triple threat match. Dax Howard and Cash Wheeler beat the team of the Jurassic Express. Kenny Omega has beaten John Cena, okay, and Matt Sydal has beaten the TNT champion in a promo. But nah, I'm not accepting this. What happened to Cena right here? Okay, so he got even from last week, giving John Cena a taste of his own offense. But you see how the game has slowed down and giving us just John Cena versus Cody. They are really building up this match. So we do love to see that kind of storytelling right there. But Kenny Omega, the world champion, getting his win back over Super Cena. And my goodness me, look at this. Look at who is on the cover of this edition of AEW. It shouldn't be a surprise considering she's the women's champion, but it is. Thunder Rosa is back on AEW. I guess she returns from injury. Darby Allin and Matt Sydal in a rivalry. They failed to win a tag match. Brian Cage has pinned Cody Rhodes. We love to see it. Joey Janela beats Wardlow. Maxwell Jacob Freeman has lost in a fatal... Oh, he's won the fatal 4-way, sorry, against Lance Archer. And in the main event, Abaddon has called out Thunder Rosa, the women's champion, because she was on a winning streak, and now she says, fuck you, I'm coming for your title. We love to see that, Abaddon. John Cena continued to beat down his opponent Cody after the match. The animosity between the two superstars made uncomfortably clear that their rivalry means more than winning and losing. This is personal, and there will be, not violence, ruthless aggression. I regret doing that so much, my god. Oh, Jesus, that really hurt. You know what? I did it all for Cena. Anyway, speaking of Cena, by the way, he's on the cover of this edition of AEW Dynamite, where I think in the main event, John Cena beats Cody in a no-holds-barred match. Although, with that being said, Cody goes out and gets his win back the following week in a one-on-one ladder match against Cena. Cena is now on the cover of this edition of AEW Dynamite, where Cody has beaten him once again. Okay, this rivalry between me and Cody has been going on too long. He said there will be ruthless aggression, and I think it's time that we put our careers on the line, Cody, and we go to fucking war. And so hopefully here in the final week of September, we can have a little blow off with Cody and finish this feud once and for all. But Brian Cage has beaten Kenny Omega in the opening promo. Thunder Rosa has lost to Tay Conti, my god. The AEW Women's Champion is not doing too hot right now, but anyway, Lance Archer has beaten Joey Janela. Hangman Adam Page and Pentagon Jr. team up to beat Jurassic Express, and Miro has beaten Matt Sydal. No Cena, no Cody. But now it is time for a new month here in AEW Dynamite, where Matt Sydal has beaten Maxwell Jacob Friedman. Luchasaurus and Jungle Boy, the Jurassic Express, have beaten the Best Friends, who are back. Nick Jackson and Matt Jackson, the Young Bucks, have beaten Proud and Powerful. Hello. What the hell is going on here? Cena has pinned Kenny Omega in a no-holds-barred match. Listen, Kenny, I told you we were coming back for the title, and here we are, Rabadoo. And so, yeah, pretty big win right there for John Cena, pinning the AEW World Champion, and Abaddon has beaten Thunder Rosa. Wait a second, was Thunder Rosa... Oh, no, she wasn't in 2 matches. That was last week, okay. I was going to say, no way Thunder Rosa pulled double duty, but no, Abaddon has beaten the AEW Women's Champion in the main event no-holds-barred match. And surely now it's only a matter of time before Abaddon wins the AEW Women's Championship. She has been on a roll this entire simulation. Thunder Rosa is down horrendous, and yeah, that championship is as good as gone. And Abaddon is once again on the cover of this edition of AEW Dynamite. Let's see if there's a championship match on this card, though. FTR goes in and beats Jurassic Express in a ladder match. Joey Janela loses to Wardlow. Matt Sydal wins a fatal 4-way. Cena has pinned Kenny Omega once again, and Abaddon has beaten Hikaru Shida. Wow. And now this is very interesting. A ladder match to open up AEW Dynamite. What John Cena has won, by the way, over the AEW World Champion. Wasn't a championship match, but still, we've beaten the champion a few times here, so hopefully, fingers crossed, we can have a little title match here soon. But anyway, Chris Jericho wins a fatal 4-way. Matt Sydal has beaten Orange Cassidy. Thunder Rosa gets her win back finally over Abaddon, and Jungle Boy beats Dax Harwood. Speaking of Jungle Boy, he is now on the cover of this edition of AEW, where Pac has won a fatal 4-way. Joe Janela beats Dustin Rhodes. Brian Cage has beaten Kenny Omega. Brandy Rhodes, my god, that's a real shocker right there. Now Brandy Rhodes is pinning the champion. My god, if the Rhodes aren't doing it on one side of the card, they're doing it on the other. No one's surprised. If it's not Charlotte Flair dominating over there in WWE simulations, it's Brandy Rhodes and Cody dominating in this one. I'm sick and tired of you goddamn absolute egomaniacs. But anyway, no, all jokes aside, good win for Brandy Rhodes right there over the AEW Women's Champion, and Cash Wheeler has beaten Jungle Boy. And by the way, tensions have exploded between Kenny Omega and John Cena on the stage. Their title match promises to be exciting, with the animosity running high between these superstars. Ooh la la. And it is now November week 1 here in AEW Dynamite, which is my birthday week, so hopefully Cena can win the title on my birthday week. Dax Howard has beaten Jungle Boy. Darby Allin has beaten a returning Jake Hager. Matt Sydal has won a triple threat match. John Cena and Kenny Omega win against the Young Bucks. Wow. That is a star-studded tag match right there. Big win for the boys, okay. And Abaddon picks up yet another win. And look at this right now. Cena is on the cover of week 2 in November, AEW Dynamite, where FTR have beaten Jurassic Express in a ladder match. Jake Hager beats Matt Hardy. Miro has beaten Matt Sydal. Thunder Rosa beats Abaddon. And Kenny Omega gets his win back in a ladder match over John Cena. Oh, things are getting very interesting right now. Kenny Omega Omega is on the cover of this edition of Dynamite, where we're just gonna see what happened right here. Ooh, Abaddon is your new AEW Women's Champion. Not even surprised. I'm not surprised in the slightest right there. It was only a matter of time, but Abaddon, congratulations, you win the title. Over someone in Thunder Rosa who was just down horrendous for so goddamn long, and Cody is back and has pinned the champion. Cody, you better not do what I think you're gonna do. This man better not go ahead and take our AEW World Championship opportunity. It is ours, goddammit. You can go ahead, Tony Khan, and make a triple threat match. We'll beat Cody again, but I swear to God, this is our title match. But now we officially enter the age of Abaddon as AEW Women's Champion, where Cash Wheeler beats Luchasaurus, Jake Hager beats Pentagon Jr., Matt Sydal beats Pac, Brian Cage has beaten John Cena, okay, and Abaddon has lost to Awesome Kong. Interesting, a new challenger emerges. And the weirdest thing about this event is that John Cena was the one who attacked Kenny Omega, yet he's the one who lost the match against Brian Cage, so, okay. Now here we go on AEW Dynamite Week 1 in December, where Hikaru Shida has beaten Abaddon, the Women's Champion, in a promo. Jake Hager beats Pentagon Jr. again, Dax Howard beats Jungle Boy again, John Cena beats Kenny Omega again, and Matt Sydal pins the TNT Champion. And now here we go in December Week 2, here on AEW Dynamite, where Abaddon has beaten Hikaru Shida, got her win back in a promo. Lance Archer wins a fatal 4-way. Darby Allin beats Matt Sydal, gets his win back. Jurassic Express get their win back over FTR, and John Cena beats Kenny Omega in the main event promo. And you already know what this man was saying. You know, Kenny Omega came out here, was all like, you used to be the top guy over there in the competition, blah blah blah, I'm the top guy here, you think you can mess with me, I'm the champion, blah blah blah. And then John Cena was like, fine speech, but I'm John Cena, recognize. And the entire crowd just blew up. So hopefully with that in mind, with that fire promo from John Cena in mind, we can get a championship match here soon, because my God, it has been a while of me beating Kenny Omega, so give me the match, Tony Khan. Matt Sydal has beaten Darby Allin, the TNT Champion, Jake Hager beats Sammy Guevara, Thunder Rosa gets a win back over Abaddon, pinning the Women's Champion, a Tag Team Championship match here in December, a ladder match where FTR have retained the belts, and also, speaking of retaining the belts, Kenny Omega retains in the main event. Now here we are in the final week of December here. It is New Year's Eve essentially here in AEW, where Darby Allin and Matt Sydal win a tag match, Lance Archer wins a triple threat match, Brandy Rose wins a triple threat match as well, Abaddon beats Hikaru Shida in a promo, and Cena has called out Kenny Omega the champion, and he has won in the promo again. Fine speech. But anyway, it is now time for a new year, January week 1, where Thunder Rosa started off the year with a win over the champion in a ladder match. Dustin Rhodes has beaten Jake Hager, Britt Baker DMT has beaten Nyla Rose, Lance Archer beats Matt Sydal, and Kenny Omega picks up a win in the first Dynamite of the year over Cena. This has been a real back and forth rivalry between these two. I'm very interested to see how this all comes to an end, by the way. Kenny Omega beats Cody on this edition of Dynamite as well, and he was caught unaware after his match and was ambushed by his rival John Cena using his entrance music to draw attention to the stage while he attacked from behind. We love to see that, Cena, we love it, and we love to see our boy on the cover of this edition of AEW Dynamite right here, where we have beaten Kenny Omega in the main event, okay, and now we're in the opening match here on Dynamite, where we've beaten Kenny Omega again, okay, slowly but surely, we're getting back up here. You already know the drill, John Cena on the cover of AEW Dynamite, which means he's in the main event, and he loses to Kenny Omega. Now here we go in February week 2 here at AEW Dynamite, where Abaddon has beaten Nyla Rose, big win for the Women's Champion, Kazarian beats Santana, Brandy Rose beats Britt Baker, Darby Allin and Matt Sydal team up once again to beat the Young Bucks, and Cody has beaten Kenny Omega in the main event. No John Cena on this card. And I guess this is the part where I make the super funny, not at all outdated John Cena jokes that everyone on Twitter still makes, because we can't see him on this AEW card, right guys? It gets funny every time people say it. Haha, you can't see him. Ahaha. Ahaha. Aha. Honestly, now I'm kind of pissed off thinking about those stupid overused jokes. I'm sick and tired of this. One of my biggest wrestling pet peeves. Please stop the John Cena Invisible jokes, please. But please give me a title match. Okay, John Cena has been Cody for old time's sake. Okay, running it back a little bit. But now moving on to the final week of February here on AEW Dynamite, where hopefully John Cena and Kenny Omega team up successfully against Proud and Powerful. Okay, I'll take that. But I was gonna say hopefully we get a title match again soon. We get a little bit of a title rematch because Kenny, you know, we beat him a few more times. So hopefully we can get a nice little championship match heading into the final full month here in AEW. But anyway, let's go ahead and see what happens on this edition of Dynamite, where John Cena's beating Brian Cage, the Machine. This is big. And speaking of big, by the way, we've now got an AEW Women's Championship match right here, where Hikaru Shida has won back her AEW Women's Championship after not being champion this whole simulation. She is once again on top, and I love to see it. I love Abaddon, but I love Hikaru Shida even more. But anyway, any more title matches on this card? I'm not even gonna lie to you guys, that is one of the most tragic scenes I have ever seen in my entire life. Are you kidding me? 2 attempts at the world title and John Cena still couldn't get it done. Oh my god, this man Kenny Omega said, fuck you. I mean, in a way, I am kind of happy because I wouldn't want Cena to come into AEW in his first year and just start winning everything, but my god, you're telling me that Cena couldn't get it done? The guy who was beating all these other people and he can't beat Kenny? And maybe I'm just trying to justify my ultimate disappointment here, but maybe it was like a passing of the torch type of situation. Cena beat Kenny a few times, but he was never going to take the title off him, and it was kind of like, you know, you're the next guy now, go on. I honestly have no idea, but anyway, I think the Kenny and Cena rivalry is over now, but Cena is on the cover of this edition of AEW Dynamite, where Brian Cage has answered the call for a call-out promo of Kenny Omega. I guess that's the next feud in their little chapter. But what the hell was Cena doing? This is about to be a retirement speech. Is Kenny... Ooh. Hang on. Just a moment, this simulation is not done yet. I was about to say, is Cena about to retire from AEW? This is it right now, he's done what he needs to do. No, because he's beaten the TNT champion in the main event. Oh no, hang on a second, Matt Sydal is the TNT champion. When the hell did that happen? I mean, I know I'm a little sick in this video and kind of everything is just blurring together a little bit, but I don't remember that happening. Am I okay? Do you guys, hopefully someone can put a timestamp in the comment section. Maybe I missed it. Maybe I'm just going a little bit insane. Maybe I missed it. I don't know, but either way, we did not pin the TNT champion, we pinned the former champion. Great. But now it is time for March Week 4 here in AEW Dynamite, where Cody, oh my god, of course. March Week 4, and Cody has decided, you know what, Cena's at the title picture now? Oh, it's my time to shine. So I thought Brian Cage was going to be next for Kenny Omega, but it seems like it's going to be Cody coming in here, being Super Cody. Yay. So by the way, can we talk about how Brandy Rhodes beat Awesome Kong clean, also in the middle of the card? Okay, I'm not offended. I'm not offended at all. Cody's on the cover of this edition of Dynamite, of course he is. Hikaru Shida beats Thunder Rosa. Brandy Rhodes with another win, and Cody with another win. It's just going to be the road show now. And I already know that sad music is playing right now because this is quite a sad situation. Cena has pretty much disappeared from AEW Dynamite. It is pretty much all she wrote for the kid. Now you just got Cody and Brandy winning every match, and this is truly a tragic scene. Once again, no Cena. And now in a bit of a last-ditch effort, is Cena going to be on the final episode of this one-year simulation Dynamite? Hangman and Page beats Christian, that's cool. Cody with another win, and no more Cena. And there you go, a kind of tragic end to the simulation, but I put the controller down right now. That is where we're going to wrap up the John Cena 1 year in AEW simulation. Very weird simulation today. A very, very weird simulation here in AEW, but I hope you guys all enjoyed it nonetheless. Hopefully you appreciate me trying to work through this sickness and record a video, because honestly, I feel dead. I hope it was still entertaining nonetheless, and if you want to see any more AEW simulations, then please drop a like. It will tell me out small YouTuber a lot more than you think. And also subscribe and turn on post notifications so you don't see up-and-coming content on the channel. But yeah, overall, no championships for Cena in his 1 year in AEW simulation. He lost to Cody a bunch, he lost to Omega a bunch, and then he pretty much just disappeared because, haha, you can't see him. I hate myself. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you guys have a great rest of your day, and that's been it. Too sweet.